How's it going, everybody? Big Al here from Big Al's World. Please excuse my voice right now. I do have a little bit of a cold, so my nose is super stuffed and it's a little hard to breathe and talk at the same time, so bear with me. We just finished the Vegas race, and it was a really good race. Another good one. Lots of action, and race started out with kind of a long run, and it went for a while, and we had a lot of lead changes, actually. 23 to be exact. 15 different leaders, so that's a pretty good race, and there was a lot of action, I thought. And started out, we had Christopher Bell on the pole, and we had a competition caution in there, which is kind of, I don't know why they're still doing these competition cautions, to be honest. There was a little bit of rain yesterday, but honestly, I don't think the competition caution was needed at all. So I think they should just cut those out. We don't need them. We already have race break cautions, or stage break cautions, I should say. And so cut those competition cautions out of there. But then we had another caution. Cole Custer spun out. And then after that, I remember Austin Dillon spinning out and Kyle Busch kind of getting on the brakes hard, and he almost spun it all the way around, but he had a nice save there, pretty good. And then Reddick, one of my fantasy picks, he ended up spinning out, so that was kind of a bummer for me, but he ended up coming back up through the field, and he got a pretty good finish at the end there. And then we had the big wreck with Suarez and Risky Brisky, Chase Briscoe. And that was a bummer for Suarez. He had a great run last week at Fontana. And he was having another good run today until that happened. I think it was McDowell who got a little loose, and Briscoe just moved down to avoid him, and he got into Suarez. Kind of just a racing incident. I don't think he had any malicious intent there. Of course he didn't. Honestly, just a racing incident. So bummer for Suarez, but he had a good run last week again. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, then Blaney got taken out. He was a little mad. He said it in the interview. Said they're still out there running, and we're out here. We're in the garage wrecked. So he was really mad at Keselowski, his former teammate there. And what else happened? There was, I think Harrison Burton spun out one time. I don't really remember. But, oh yeah, and then Christopher Bell, the pole sitter, he just overcorrected and got loose and almost took out Chastain. And I'm glad Chastain got around that. We were rooting for him today, Chastain, and he led a lot of the race. He was running real good. And then late caution at the end there. I think there was a caution for Denny Hamlin as well. I think he was coming out of the pits, and they said he accidentally downshifted, like he was remembering the old H pattern shifter, and he downshifted into third instead of upshifted, and he spun the car out while he was coming off the pits. And so yeah, that took him out of the race. So that was that. And then Kyle was leading there for a while too, and Truex was catching him. Truex was trying to get him, and they were running side by side for a while there, and then Kyle pulled away again. And then of course we have that late caution with Bubba Wallace. Well, it started with Eric Jones, and Bubba Wallace was going to hit him hard, just T-bone him, but he swerved out of the way, and Bubba Wallace hit the tire barrier in there, and the pace car looked like it was coming out, and should have waited a little longer. But yeah, Bubba hit the tire barrier, and he drove down the back straight, and he was shedding parts everywhere. The tire was shredding apart, and just ripped the whole front end of the body off there. So that's what happens when you drive on a flat tire. I talked about it in another video, my previous video. And you seen another instance where Bell was driving on his flat tires, and Clint Boyer said, "Oh, there must be some kind of change because they're driving back." Well, they didn't want to go a lap down, but you could see what happens when, you know, it might have been better if he just got towed back, because it was just bouncing up and down and shredding it. But actually, Christopher Bell's wasn't too bad. But Bubba Wallace's, when he drove on that, yeah, he had a little bit of damage too from that hit on the wall, but that down tire just shredded the whole front end. And there were a couple pit penalties, which they're calling it something different now, which was they were calling it equipment interference. And who had it? Yeah, Truex had it on lap 65. It was an uncontrolled tire. Let's just call it what it is. It was an uncontrolled tire, but now NASCAR is calling it equipment interference. So that's kind of interesting. And Bowman actually had that happen to him too. So Bowman had equipment interference. That was also another uncontrolled tire rolled into the pit stall in front of them. And Larson had speeding on pit road. And so after that late caution, Larson and Bowman and Byron, they all took 2 tires. They got out in front, and Bowman and Larson were racing for the win, and Kyle and Byron were side by side. They couldn't get up there, and Bowman got in there on the inside off of 4, and Larson was high, and Bowman came in for the win. And I've seen people already on the interwebs, the black helicopters are flying, and they said, "Oh, Kyle Larson, he lifted so Bowman could win because Larson is already in the playoffs because he won last week and he let Bowman win. He let off the gas." Blah, blah, blah. And come on, guys, you don't think Larson wanted to win 2 in a row? He would have done it. He would have tried everything he could, and he did, to win that. And he just washed up the track. You could clearly see he washed up, and Bowman had it, and Bowman got him. So it was altogether a really good race today. A lot of action. It was good battles throughout the pack. They were 4, 5, 6 wide at times on the restarts, and just a lot of good action. And this new car has provided some great racing, and I'm really stoked with the product we're getting on track right now. It's just a lot better than the 550 package last year. I honestly thought the 550 package was garbage, and this new horsepower, the higher horsepower, I think they got 670 horsepower this year, and the new car just puts on some great races. And I'm really excited to see what Atlanta is going to bring in 2 weeks. So that's going to be one to look out for. And another great race. And here comes Phoenix next week. All right, everybody. This is Big Al from Big Al's World. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I also have another channel. It's called Big Al RC. I'm really into RC cars, and so that's how I get my racing fun in. Go check that out. I race oval races on a velodrome track, and I've got some videos of that and other videos of all my RC cars. And I also have another channel. It's called Alec Bauer Music. I'm a musician, so go check out all my music on my channel, Alec Bauer Music. Go check it out. All right, guys, have a good one.
Like and subscribe.
This has been a Big Al's presentation.